Yo, we in for another episode, so let's get right into it.
Be betrayal when I was going through my they sell well. Everybody feeling like what Black Panthers was when I was going through injustice. Like at the time, I can't see that. I was too busy sitting back wondering where Jay-Z at. Reaching out to me, K do an interview on me. My left me on scene. I had the answers to the question that they asked you on TV. You could have came through to free me. And Black Lives Matter could suck my mother. Didn't nobody care when I was going through my and Trump free more than Obama did. If I had a chance, I'd let that boy again. Stupid ass going to sit down with the man. So how you finna execute your plan, dummy? Trying to pay me out my money. Made a general statement. I was speaking in third person. They tried to twist the hurt me, snatching all food from the table. Big boy and T.I. tried to get me kicked up off the label. Be betrayal when I was going through my.
Yeah, they definitely got my boy Kodak, man. For sure. He even cut off his hair. Like, I never thought I'd see the day he cut off him like that hairstyle, right? But yeah, he definitely was exposing him in this freestyle right here. Jay-Z, we know what you done, man. Speak up, man. Speak out. And Beyonce too. They just like some warlocks or something, both of them.
Apples is amazing, and the good thing about apples is apples literally have all the amino acids that you need in them. Like it's a book that I have, and
the bioflavonoids.
Yes, and the bioflavonoids of apples is crazy. The tannins, yes, it's amazing, man.
I learned that.
So yeah, it's a book I got. And it's talk about how a man lived off apples alone. He was a Chinese man. He lived off apples alone for like 20 years, and he was one of the strongest people in China. So, and these are actually these are studies that's been done, clinical studies on paperwork that you can read that they did this on this man. So apples is amazing. If you want to astringe or if you want to cleanse the cells, green apples. That's got a pungent, bitter, astringent taste to it, meaning it pulls acids out of the cells. You want something more sweet, get you a red apple. If you want the bitter sweet, both of them, get you one that's mixed with both of the colors. Right. Oranges with seeds are very, very good too, especially navel oranges. I noticed I couldn't find a lot of them out here now. But if you go overseas, or you can get online and you can just Google exotic fruits, they will deliver them right to your door. So oranges are very good. It's very astringent. Apples is amazing, and the good thing about apples is
actually look that up right now. Hold on.
Well, a lot of you guys are confusing the Watchers with the Nephilim, and I think I need to clarify for the sake of understanding what may be going on in this movie that comes out today. And if you know about ancient Samaria and the Anunnaki, they tell literally the same story about things or beings falling to earth and corrupting mankind. The Book of Enoch calls these creatures specifically the Watchers. The ancient Sumerians call them the Anunnaki and talk about how the Anunnaki actually taught them things, and there were good and bad Anunnaki. To be clear, the Watchers are fallen angels who came from up there down here and corrupted God's perfect creation. They did this by mating with human women and animals. So when they came to Earth and started interacting with humans, they were mating with humans and created giants, which in the Book of Enoch are called the Nephilim. The Book of Enoch says that the Watchers also took 200 of each animal and mated with them, as well as experimented. Ancient Sumerian text, it kind of says the same things about the Watchers, but they are called the Anunnaki, and it goes into detail and says that they actually experimented on humans and used them to mine gold and make a plethora of other animals and creatures. So when the Watchers created the Nephilim actually hated humans, and these giants literally ate humans. These fallen angels didn't leave. They stayed and taught mankind things that they weren't supposed to know. These fallen angels stayed on Earth and literally wreaked havoc to the point where God said, I'm clearing everything. And this is where Enoch came in, and he told the story of what God sent him to do. He did things like capture angels and trap them under the Euphrates River. God told Enoch to cause war with the tools that the fallen angels had given men. Armor, metal, spears. He turned man against each other because God had a purpose. Women were using makeup and sleeping with fallen angels, so he flooded literally everything and turned them into sirens. And in ancient Sumerian text, it also talks about how these fallen angels, the Anunnaki, used humans to mine gold, experimented on them, and there were good Anunnaki and bad Anunnaki, and they were the son of An and Kai. These Anunnaki actually all had names, and they had either good ones or bad ones. The reason I find it ironic that this movie is coming out right now is because does it or does it not feel like we have been corrupted as mankind? And if that is the case, who the hell are these fallen angels that are on Earth fucking corrupting us? Well, a lot of you guys are confusing the water.
I always like how she go deep in details with on stuff. I like that. She's talking about the movie The Watcher. Let me know if you guys are gonna watch that movie. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Through the website when it come out on HD at least. I'll check it out. But why do people? I don't know how people get like nose piercing. How do people do that? Can they breathe? What like let me know. If you got a nose piercing, can you still breathe good? Cause I can't. I would never do that. That's crazy.
I'm not sure if you noticed the trick in the video, but the water gun isn't spraying clear water. It's spraying a green liquid. This green liquid is sprayed over bare soil, and a month later, something amazing happens. The areas sprayed with the green liquid will be covered in grass. This is the magic of hydroseeding. Unlike traditional seeding methods, hydroseeding mixes water with plant seeds and uses high-pressure water cannons to spray the mixture directly onto the soil. This method has a high seed survival rate and is fast, making it great for large-scale planting, green belts, and park construction. The process is simple. First, workers prepare the soil using special machinery, which is important for improving seed survival. Then, they make the green liquid. They use a tank with a mixer to blend 3,000 liters of water with seeds, cover materials, and fertilizers. The cover material makes the liquid better stick to the soil and helps keep the soil moist. Finally, the mixed liquid is sprayed onto the soil using high-pressure water cannons controlled by workers. After that, the seeds, with water, fertilizer, and the right soil environment, quickly take root and grow. I'm not sure if you noticed the trick in the video.
Look at what this lady caught in England right before the sunset, y'all. So she noticed that the sun was glitching or, flashing like everyone has been seeing. And then she put her camera up to the sky and she saw this. It looks like, I don't know, could that be the real sun coming out in front of what people are calling the simulated sun? Huh? What do y'all think?
Today I managed to catch the moment where sun exposes itself. This is in the UK right before the 8 p.m. And the reason why I was recording the sun is because prior to this I have noticed light flashes like a glitch. You know when your light bulb is about to go and it's flashing wild. That's exactly what I have seen, and I immediately thought, let me see if it's flashing with my camera, because you can't see anything around the sun with the naked eye, it's just too bright, and when you use a camera you can see more clearly. And then I've seen the sun revealing itself from behind. I am glad I got this.
So yeah, what do you guys think? Everybody's been seeing the sun flashing lately or glitching. So do you think they put this fake sun up there, right? The simulator sun up there in case the real sun just goes black? Look at this. What is that? Do you think that's what it is? Do you think it's because they're putting this simulator sun out there because the real sun is glitching and it's flashing and it's about to go out? Just like any light bulb, when it's about to go out, it starts to flash, it starts to pulsate. And if you've seen the 3-Body Problem series on Netflix, they showed you that there's 3 bodies of problem in the atmosphere, like 3 suns, y'all. Like, yeah. Have y'all seen that? They always show you in like every episode, like 3 suns aligning. 2 of the suns being white and 1 being black in the middle, right? Kind of like the TikTok loading screen. Y'all seen that? How there's a red sun and a white, blue sun, and in the middle there'll be the black sun. They've been telling y'all this. They've been telling us this. Like this over here. Have y'all ever seen this on TikTok? They've been showing y'all, right? You got the blue Kachina, the red Kachina, and in the middle they be showing you the black sun. That's what's going on. What do y'all think? Because they be putting these things in our face and a lot of people don't pay attention. But I pay attention. I seen it. The first time I seen it, I was like, man, look at these people. They're really telling us without even telling us. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Again, this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only.
Conscience Jones, man, you always dropping the knowledge, man.
Just because Ryan Garcia so-called predicted an earthquake, a little-ass earthquake in Los Angeles, don't mean y'all need to get this nigga his credit and say sorry and shit like that. Because I'm seeing videos on my timeline talking about we need to give Ryan Garcia his credit back. Oh, Ryan Garcia predicted the fucking earthquake. That shit happened. That little-ass fucking earthquake. All you got to do is just go on Google. One Google search is going to tell you 30 earthquakes a year happen in Los Angeles, and it also says that nobody can predict large earthquakes, especially ones that's over a 6. Nobody can predict that shit. So y'all need to stop, like, especially if you really spiritual, because I can only speak for myself. I'm spiritual. I'm really stepping, and I'm not a consumer. I'm a producer. So I'm the one that's producing this content for y'all to actually get good information. Okay? So with that being said, I'm not consuming what people are saying and just completely going with that shit. Just because Ryan Garcia said, oh, it's gonna be an earthquake in Los Angeles on this day, that don't mean that this nigga is somehow, oh, he knows what's gonna happen in the future. Oh, let's give him a little bit more credibility. Oh, let's support Ryan Garcia some more for this little ass prediction. Even though he ain't been coming out saying shit about what's been going on for real in the industry. He just been saying shit that we already know.
Exactly.
If you really spiritual in the game, I can only
he really just be saying stuff that we already know about.
Speak for myself. If you really spiritual, me personally, if something like that happened to me and I just knew that it's better to actually tell the truth, you might as well go out like a fucking rock star. You might as well go out like a rock star. You already did your bid. You already did your business over there. You already on the dark side. You might as well go out like a G. You helping millions of people by speaking your truth. This nigga ain't said shit that we don't know. Where's the juicy stuff? Where's the shit that's gonna put this nigga life on the line? Go out like a rock star, gang. Go out like a rock star. You already on that side. But it's cool though, I see it. It's all about the money. It's all about the fame. It's all about the promotion and marketing. That's all. And y'all lads gotta stop falling for this shit, for real. Because if you actually stepping, you need to be more aware than what you are now. Because falling for some bullshit, nah, you ain't really stepping for real. You just believe in anything that sound good. Y'all need to, man, fuck Ryan Garcia. Like I said in my other video.
I feel that.
Discipline your thoughts. Stop thinking too much. Don't go into the past. Don't go into the future. Be in the present. Why? Because only then it's possible that the mind is free, the capacity is free, and now you can completely immerse into whatever you are doing. And this means you have arrived. You have arrived. That's it. Discipline your thoughts. Stop thinking too much.
He's right. Discipline your thoughts. Stop thinking so much. That's real. Sometimes you just gotta shut your brain off.
This is some scary facts. Did you know that the camera was created to take pictures of the unalive because they believe that these pictures will keep their ancestors alive? This is the first camera that was ever created. And if you look close, you can see it's two mirrors looking at each other. The reason why they use mirrors for their cameras is because these people understand that a mirror really is a portal. If you understand what you are doing with a mirror, you can talk to spirits. If you was to look at this picture right here, you would think it was a regular photo of regular people, not knowing that no one is alive in these photos. Same right here, no one is alive. Did you ever notice that at every crime scene, they show up and take a picture of the unalive body with a camera? The reason why they take pictures of the unalive is because they believe that the light or the flash from this camera will reflect from the mirror, and that image of the flash will actually capture their loved ones inside of the mirror, ghosts. This is another belief that they had back in ancient days. They thought if they could take a picture of their loved ones, it can actually trap their loved one's spirits inside of this box. Well, this is not a box. This is one of the first cameras also. So instead of putting their loved ones inside of a coffin box, they said we could trap them inside of the camera box. These cameras was really created for certain rituals and spiritual practices. But you notice how we are all taking pictures of ourselves every day, not realizing what the important meaning is? You ever go to someone's house and look up and see pictures on the wall, and you realize no matter where you go in that house, the eyes of the photos is always following you? No matter where you go at, if you look at someone's photo, those eyes will always follow you. So they said that the eyes is the window to the soul. They really believe every time you take a picture of yourself, you are stealing a piece of that person's spirit. Pictures and photos was only meant to be used for certain spiritual practices, but we use it every single day, not realizing the flash from that camera is stealing the light from our spirits. This is some scary facts. Did you know that the camera was I hope people is paying attention to what's going on with the food right now. The FDA recalled so many food products. I'm going to put a list up, but it's way more than just this list right here. Baby food recall, black pepper, beef, more baby food, cucumbers, over 800,000 units of ice cream and cheese recall. Just remember, that's a short list. When I was doing research on it, it seemed like damn near all the food is actually going back to a recall. I am not saying this is true, but I believe that all this food is being recalled because they're trying to get people ready for this lab-grown meat. Don't forget, we just had a major outbreak when it came to milk, eggs, and chicken. Now they're recalling all these food products. First of all, I want to say you really can't trust the FDA. Anyway, did you know that they allow maggots to be inside of all pasta sauce? Did you know they allow cockroaches to be inside of coffee? So if the FDA allow bugs and bacteria to be inside of your food, why are we shocked that they're doing all these damn food recalls? Not to mention, they allow about 10% of blood and pus to be in all milk. So if they allow this shit to take place, why are people still drinking milk? But I really believe that all this food is being recalled because they had this new thing coming out, or this new thing is already out. It's lab-grown meat. They want people to eat fake food. It's not just lab-grown meat, because I've been watching videos with people eating fake bananas, fake watermelons. I've seen grapes the size of watermelons. So it ain't just the meat, it's everything. I mean, what do you really expect? We live in the Matrix. Nothing is real in the Matrix. I hope people...
This is your sign not to look into a mirror. Don't look. Don't look into that mirror. Oh, no, now you're freaked out. Told you not to look. Man, you're going to do it too, probably, if I have to guess. Just get out the house. Burn the whole house down. Begin to. If you've done this before and have seen something weird, let me know the comments. Oh, now her face is stuck. We call that the Grinch smell. That's too.
Is this a coincidence? Tree stump. Fingerprints.
A coincidence.
Tree branch. Human lungs.
Come on now. Look at the universe, man.
Leaf veins.
Yeah.
Human veins.
Yeah.
Tree of life. Human placenta.
Wow.
Grass. Human hair.
Hey, come on, man.
Tree roots.
Simple as that.
Human veins. River network. Human veins. Tree roots. Human nervous system.
That's crazy.
Thorn plant. Human spine. Is this a
I'm going to
coincidence?
show you how connected we are to nature. Like, we're literally nature.
To all the homeowners out there, your insurance companies are looking for any and everything in order to not pay your premiums. And you won't believe how they're doing it, y'all. They're using drones.
From drones to airplanes, even satellites, your insurance company may be watching from above.
Did this cause some sleepless nights?
In San Francisco,
instead of going house by house,
Jeremy Solterbeck was stunned after he received a notice that Safeco Insurance, his carrier for more than a decade, wasn't renewing his policy.
I couldn't believe this is how they decided, based on a tiny drone image, that we weren't worth insuring anymore.
When he pushed for why, they sent him this grainy image.
They're trying to show that the presence of dirt indicates that water has pooled and dried out.
And he's not alone. Consumer advocates say across the country, insurance companies are dropping some customers based primarily on aerial photographs. In Virginia, Elizabeth Davis was sent this photo that her insurance company said showed discoloration and streaking on her roof.
I was floored. I had a bit of a panic attack.
Her options: repair the damage or replace the entire roof. She found another carrier.
Sometimes there needs to be facts checked in order to make sure that that underwriting is correct. So
Sean Kevlin with the Insurance Information Institute says insurers are also searching for issues like undeclared trampolines, excessive yard debris, and overhanging trees, which can increase risk of a loss.
certainly insurers are using technology and innovation to make sure that they have all the variables possible to best underwrite.
EagleView is one of the companies providing aerial images to the insurance industry. But they say their drones are only used to check out damage quickly when someone makes a claim. CEO Piers Dormeyer says the technology benefits the consumer and insurer.
This imagery, whether it's coming from an airplane or it's coming from a drone, is something that it's going to be part of the decision to potentially cancel a customer or raise their policies or potentially even lower them.
Consumer advocates say if you receive one of those non-renewal letters, contact your insurance company. Ask to see copies of those images and time to correct whatever problem was identified.
I don't know anyone who doesn't have dirt on their roof.
That's how Solterbeck fought back, paying $500 for an independent roof inspection. He says Safeco has since reversed its decision. The company has not responded to our multiple requests for comment about their use of aerial technology.
Do you think the insurance company was trying to drop you?
Based on what they sent us, yes. I don't think there's any other conclusion.
A new reality transforming how homeowners are monitored from above.
Boy, this gotta be there in the world, y'all. Like your insurance company's looking to drop you just for little sediments, little rocks on top of your roof where you didn't even do that, and like you got trees all around you dropping these type of things. These people are money hungry. And did you see that CEO? That dude is straight up money hungry. You saw the way that he was moving? Straight up like a Lizzie. You know what I'm saying? That sleazy Lizzie. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment.
It's crazy. They're pulling that type of stuff, yeah. It's definitely the end of the world.
Did you know it was bad luck if you walk down the street and pick up a penny off the ground? Every day, so many people walk down the street and they see a penny on the ground, they pick it up, not realizing you're picking up someone else's problems. People believe that pennies and copper absorbs energy, so people will take their pennies, put it in their hand, and they will wish all their problems go away. Then they would take the penny and they would throw it on the ground. All of that person's problems is now inside of this penny. But when the next person walk down the street and pick it up, they think they found themselves a penny, not realizing you just found someone else's problems. But it's not all bad luck. If you ever find a penny heads up, that's good luck. If you find a penny that's tails, that's bad luck. So if you do walk down the street and see a penny, only pick it up if the heads is showing, never tails. This is all connected to the wishing well. You know how people take coins, they make wishes and they throw it away and they hope their wishes come true? Well, it's the opposite with the penny. You can actually put all of your problems inside of this penny because it's made out of copper and zinc. Copper is so strong. Did you know they use copper in solar panels? So they use copper in solar panels. Just how imagine that copper is inside of the penny. The penny is made out of two minerals, copper and zinc, so it would make it more powerful. But when you think you're feeling lucky because you found some loose coins on the ground, just remember you might be picking up someone else's problems. But this story go a little deeper. If you ever walk down the street and see a penny laying on the ground with a hole in it, I don't care if it's heads or tails, never pick it up. This penny will put holes in your aura field. Did you know it was bad luck if you walk down the street and pick up a penny?
I ain't never seen no penny with a hole in it. Not gonna lie.
I can get it right, but...
Your brain is literally a supercomputer that's going to follow the directions that you program it with. Your brain simply believes whatever you tell it most. What you repeatedly say to yourself matters. This isn't science fiction, this is science fact. Neuroplasticity. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Your self-talk shapes your brain, which shapes your beliefs, which drives your behavior, which creates your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, which creates the totality of your reality. The brain believes whatever you tell it most. And whatever you tell it most about you and your experience of time, it is going to create. It has no choice. But guess who does? You do. And you can start to reprogram your brain right now by clicking the link in our bio. And multiple personality disorder is a complex psychological condition that occurs in up to 1% of the general population. Individuals suffering from multiple personality disorder have two or more identities known as alters or personality states that continually have power over a person's behavior. The transition between alters, known as switching, can occur abruptly, sometimes triggered by stress or environmental cues. Individuals with multiple personality disorder often experience gaps in their memory, finding themselves unable to recall personal information or events, especially those related to a particular alter. Different identities can have their own age, sex, or race. Each identity has its own mannerisms, posture, gestures, and distinct way of talking. Names, voices, and personal histories may also differ from each other. Patients often have gaps in memory of past personal events. Multiple personality disorder is caused by many factors, such as severe trauma, repetitive physical, sexual, or emotional abuse. In about 90% of cases, there is a history of childhood abuse. Switching off from reality is thought to be a coping mechanism for trauma. Multiple personality disorder is diagnosed about 6 times more often in females than males. Patients with this disorder can suffer from anxiety and panic attacks, and some of them can show suicidal tendencies and other symptoms of depression. Individuals may commit criminal acts while in a dissociated state. Patients have been known to develop more and more alters as the disease progresses, sometimes starting with just 2 or 3 alter personalities, and it can develop up to 100. 50% of multiple personality disorder patients harbor fewer than 11 identities. About 1 in 3 people with multiple personality disorder suffer from hallucinations. The average age for the initial development of alters is 5.9 years old. Multiple personality disorder can sometimes develop as a side effect of another mental illness, such as post-traumatic stress disorder or borderline personality disorder, which complicates the diagnosis of multiple personality disorder as the symptoms often overlap with other mental disorders. Treatment for multiple personality disorder typically centers around long-term psychotherapy, with the goal of integrating the different alters into a cohesive sense of self. This often includes carefully processing traumatic experiences, developing healthier coping mechanisms, and building a stronger sense of identity. Due to the severity of the underlying trauma and the fragmented nature of the condition, treatment can be lengthy and challenging. However, with the right support and therapeutic approach, individuals with multiple personality disorder can experience significant improvement, leading to better integration of their alters, greater stability, and a more fulfilling life. Medications are sometimes used to treat other symptoms such as depression. Always remember that individuals with multiple personality disorder have endured unimaginable pain, and they deserve understanding and compassion as they navigate their path to healing. Multiple personality disorder is a complex
I really think that's a thing. Multiple personality disorder. I think that's actually a real thing.
A very key clone out here that you can tell is a clone is George Foreman. Now, if you get the movie When We Were Kings and study the man on the movie, because a lot of times we can't remember, 10 years ago or whatever. And if you study the man in the mute movie and then study the George Foreman now, it's 2 different entities. One is a damn fool. This new one is a doggone white man grinning, Meineke, hamburger eating. You understand what I'm saying? All just that's a clone. The other brother was a regular black person, and even if you do change, you don't change a lot to the point where your whole demeanor change. That lets you know that they got to that brother and changed that brother. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, gone. That's gone. This is stuff you gotta accept these days. Gone. 2 different people now. You see what I'm saying? 2 different people. This is very key. A very key clone out here that you can tell is a clone.
You'd be right. He might be on to something.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you some of these churches are just hustling you.
If I want to believe God for a $65 million plane, you cannot stop me. You cannot stop me from dreaming.
Right, get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
Right.
The corruption.
Exactly, and it's deadly.
You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons.
You just said that.
Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Look at him.
You know, I've owned 3 different jets in my life, and I used them and just burning them up for the Lord Jesus Christ. I really believe that if Jesus was physically on the earth today, he wouldn't be riding a donkey.
Be careful who you give your money to, people.
One of my chandeliers costs more than most people's house. I got 2 that lives in the house.
Flexing on your congregation is wild.
We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Why do you need a $54 million private jet?
We're not doing any kind of interviews right now. Second one I
What about
purchased
Joel
was in
Osteen?
January
Me too.
2004.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you some of these churches are just.
Joel Osteen up there too. Yeah, he can talk. He be talking good, but you know, man.
Down south, now this is the key. The white boy needs his melanin every morning. Other than the melatonin, he needs a serotonin type thing to wake him up. So this is why in the 1990s, all these coffee shops start opening up. Mad, Starbucks and all this shit. On Peachtree Street, they got 8 Starbucks. They'll have a Starbucks on one corner, they'll have one 2 blocks up. Now, why is this? That ain't including Barney's Coffees, Aurora Coffees, Chickaboo Coffee, Caribou Coffee, all this shit. Including down Texaco and McDonald's and every place there. It ain't a place you can go you can't get no damn coffee. The key is this coffee is highly carbonated because that's why it's dark. So it's a form of melanin anyway, but they're putting a serotonin form of melanin in the coffee, and that's why you see this thing is a big coffee house shit that's going on. Epidemic. Down south, now this is the key.
So I guess that's why it's some of y'all are addicted to coffee. But you gotta have it. Gotta have the coffee, right? Alright, y'all. This one is gonna be a short one for today. Alright. So y'all already know we still got a bunch of more clips to get into, but I'm gonna end this one early today. Alright. Again, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good healthy way. Just stay tuned for the next upload, the next episode. It's gonna be a banger. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.